So, Plato's Allegory of the Cave is a very iconic writing in Western philosophy, and it's helped kind of influence the foundations of philosophy that we know today. So, Plato's Allegory of the Cave is a small kind of story, it's a small section from Plato's much larger work, The Republic, which is about kind of what is the best way of existing in a society amongst one another, what is the ideal situation. And so, specifically, Plato's Allegory of the Cave is a story that shares the importance of philosophy, the importance of wisdom and enlightenment, but also at the same time how ignorance works, how bias works, how not knowing that you don't know things can be very dangerous. So you have these people, they're living in this cave, they see the shadows, and so they think that the shadows are basically the entirety of the reality, they're the entirety of truth, they're basically universal, they're objective, and what happens though is that someone is able to escape from this cave, go into the light, and realize that, oh wow, what I'm seeing with these shadows, what I'm seeing on the walls is not representative of the entirety of reality. And so they see the light and they realize, I need to kind of share this with people. I need to share this with the rest of the people that I've been in this cave with. So they go back into the cave and they're met with resistance. They want to share that, oh my gosh, I saw this light and what we're seeing in here is not completely true, but there's resistance. And while not all of us are kind of stuck in a cave, right, the idea is that many of us have our own bubbles. We have our own little worlds that we live in, right? It's completely understandable that this happens, but at the same time, we don't always realize that we're living in these little bubbles. We don't always realize that we have these little worlds that are not representative of the entirety of reality, right? So we kind of map on our experiences and our realities and our worlds to what other people are experiencing. And I think this also represents how when individuals are met with contrasting information from what they think is true, there's going to be resistance. So not everyone wants to be enlightened. Not everyone wants to achieve or gain wisdom, right? And that is a major problem with the world that we still see today. So someone can say, yes, I want to show you the light. I want to show you knowledge and truth, but not everyone is open to it. So we have to be willing to embrace the knowledge. We have to be willing to recognize, oh, I was wrong about this. We have to be open-minded, right? And that is one of the themes of the allegory of the cave, where we have this light, it represents truth, and philosophy is kind of a means of achieving this truth through questioning our reality, questioning what we know, questioning what we see, questioning what people tell us, right? And also taking that uncomfortable step to going outside of our bubbles, right? And realizing, you know what, it may feel cozy in here, but that's not how everything is. And so the allegory of the cave then is kind of this representation of philosophy, the role of philosophy, and what it can do to our lives when it comes to transformation, when it comes to achieving wisdom and enlightenment from a place of ignorance. Plato and Socrates basically believe that wisdom is knowing that you don't know everything, right? And so how do we realize we don't know everything? It's when we start to kind of explore something, when we start to delve more into something. So that's basically Allegory of the Cave in a nutshell. And I think it is so representative of what we're grappling with today, right, in our contemporary society.